John's random reviews. And people say to me, bloody hell, John, I wouldn't mind being a plumber. The money's quite good, but having to deal with poo. Having to deal with poo all the time. I don't deal with poo all the time, but it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? I love getting my hand down the old toilet U-bend if there's a blockage. There's not a problem to me, I don't give a flying fuck. Now then, if I'm rodding a drain, let's say I'm rodding a drain, I lifted the manhole and it's full to the top of poo juice. Full to the top of poo juice. So I've got my plunger going, I'm plunging it, trying to get the blockage away. And sometimes you get a bit of a back pressure. So you'll get a big poo splash coming up from the manhole. And honestly, I've been covered. I've been absolutely covered in bits of poo. I have got a little bit of poo juice that's come out and it's splashed in my mouth. Bit of poo juice in your mouth. Don't bother me, I just spit it out. Just spit it out. Don't bother. It's not bloody sulfuric acid, is it? It's only a natural, comes out of your body. It's only a bloody natural thing, so it doesn't bother me. Anyway, I was working down in a service station in London one time, and we're working in the duct behind the public toilets. So I had to cut the pipe to put a new piece in, I can't bloody remember. Anyway, we shut the toilets off, but there was a desperate trucker. You know what bloody truckers are like? Fuck knows, they eat absolute crap, truckers. And one of the truckers sneaked past the barriers into the toilet while I'm working on this drain. Anyway, next thing I heard the flush, and this enormous poo came out of the end of the pipe. So I'm stood there, what to do? Well, I kicked it away. I volleyed it, I kicked it away from where I was working as it flew out of the pipe. Anyway, at that moment, you're not going to believe this, just the door was open to the main lobby, and who's walking past but the bloody manager of Wimbledon Football Club. Well, bloody hell, he took one look at me kicking this poo out of the way and he came over and he says, all right lad, you got some good form there, you've got some good form. I see the way you volleyed it, you've got a bit of fancy footwork. Why don't you come down for a trial and we'll show you how you get on. Well, that's how I became a professional footballer. If colleagues at work or blokes at work, I kind of want to talk about, I've got to be a bit delicate here. If they're talking about a lady who is, well, how can I say this, quite popular with the men. What I mean is, you know what I mean, she has a lot of men friends, and she's, you know what I mean, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can. So let's say this lady has a lot of male admirers and stuff like that. One of the sayings is, one of the sayings the people at work, not me, would say was, bloody hell, she's had so much cock, you could build a handrail round the Isle of Man. What? What kind of fucking sayings that? Let's break it down. Let's break it down into its components. Last time I went to the Isle of Man, right, was years and years and years, when I was a little kid. And I don't remember there being a cliff, you know, like a tall cliff round the Isle of Man. No, I'm not. Maybe there's some sea erosion or something. I don't know, but I don't think Isle of Man needs a handrail, to be honest with you. But I've not seen anything in the paper recently about man falls off this Isle of Man. So, but let's say, for example, Isle of Man did need a handrail. Handrails are important. We don't want everyone falling off the Isle of Man. Now, the first sort of obvious choice of a handrail would be like that steel tube, but not a row of human penises. That's not the first choice. But let's say they went, let's keep on going. Let's see if we can work this out. Now then, bloody hell, it'd take a lot of penises to go around the Isle of Man, bloody hell. Could thousands, tens of thousands, maybe a million. Now I can't, if there was, let's say, a full-page advert in the Times, volunteers wanted for their penises to go in a handrail round the Isle of Man. And it's very important because people are falling off the Isle of Man. How many take-ups do you think you're going to get? Not many. But there's another solution. I know, I've been thinking about this a lot actually. What if the handrail was made out of bronze penises? All joined together. Bronze is a fantastic material, very hard wearing, even in the kind of inclement weather of the Isle of Man. So I think it'd be ideal really. But would you join the tips together or the backs together? Anyway, that's going to be further down the planning stage. Right, I've been down to the patent office this morning. I thought, I've got a good idea. So I've started a company just in case this happens. You never know, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. So here we go. This is my new company. The Cast Iron Cock Company. Whoa. The Cast Iron Cock Company. Well, that's it. You know what I mean? I could be the leader in that. You don't hear many people whistle anymore. Is it dying out? And it's no thanks to the bloody scaffolders. It's all the scaffolders' fault. We're doing all that wolf whistling. They're to blame for no more whistling. But there's other little things that you hear that are really important. I've got one really important. You'll know this one. Oh! Is there a sweeter sound? Is there a sweeter sound than the eBay notification? You've just bloody sold something. If you're out and about in town, let's say on a Saturday afternoon, there's a lot of people milling around, and you've got your phone in your pocket, and you hear that noise. Bloody hellfire. First of all, people around you will know, oh, it's made a sale on eBay. Bloody hell. And you'll feel like cock of the walk. Do you know what I mean? I've got a sale on eBay. Bloody hell. Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Bloody hellfire. There's nothing a sweeter sound than making £2.50 on eBay. And if you hear sort of that noise and it's not yours, first of all you're checking your phone. Bloody hell, it's not me. It's not me. Some guy over there. He's made a sale. And if you're in a good mood, you might give him a little bit of a nod. You know what I mean? You might give him a little bit of nod, and he'll give you a little nod. He knows. You know what I mean? But if you're in a fucking bad mood and you've not got anything up on eBay, you might be fucking. What? The guy's just fucking made a little bit of money on eBay. Anyway, my memory's shit, I think. Right from when I was little, it's all about lead poisoning. I've got lead poisoning. I've got holes in my brain from lead poisoning. Now, where's the bloody... John, where have you got lead poisoning from? Anyway, when I was little, and you had toys, you didn't get shoved in front of a screen. You had little blocks. You had little, like, wooden blocks with either numbers on or letters on. All multicoloured, really nice things. So you get past that for your birthday present or Christmas, and you'd be like, oh, look at all these letters on the side. By the time you counted all the letters, and then there was not that many, and then if there was numbers, bored of that, give it a chew. Give it a chew on the corner. Let's give it. I was a bit of a nervous child. Wouldn't say boo to a goose. So I was always chewing something. So corner of these bricks have a bit of chew on that bright paint. The paint had leaded it. Bloody hell. And I got to be a little bit addicted to lead. Fucking hell, it's like worse than heroin, I tell you. I used to go in the airing cupboard at Mum and Dad's house and start chewing on the lead pipes. Honest to God. Hey, them lead pipes that were warm, they were somewhat special, let me tell you. Time goes on anyway, and I've still got my lead habit. I used to take all shotgun cartridges to bits, and then I used to take all the little lead balls out and a little lead treat. Like I said, my memories at this point start to go a bit bad. But anyway, like with me, it was a good little sort of like distraction from life, from being kind of like a quiet lad, not saying much. Anyway, you can imagine at school, very quiet lad at the back of the class. One saying, like I said, nervous, but it's always good to have a pencil you can chew. Who's chewed pencils when they were little? Who's chewed pencils? Bloody, I've gone through a few, haven't I? But only one biro. You get a biro and you've been chewing pencils for a little bit, chewing them, nice job. But then you get a biro out and you start crunching the outer plastic bit. It's quite nice. Quite nice. You get like a nice little sort of crunch noise, and you can feel the plastic sort of splitting a bit. You've got to be careful at this point. You've got to be careful because them bits of plastic on a biro can be quite sharp. Anyway, you kind of spit them bits out, and then you get down to in a bit with the ink inside. You get that lovely sort of like a squishy tube with ink in it. Ooh, that's quite nice biting on that. Anyway, next thing, it's split open, and bloody hell, your mouth like the inside of the Exxon Valdez. Anyway, I'm at the back of the class, like a bad nerve. You've got a rash. Got a bit of a rash. My fault. Anyway, you know what I mean? I thought I'll get distracted. I'll chew the pencil to sort of distract the rash. Anyway, bloody hellfire. Christ, I tell you what. I wish I'd never found that copy of Men Only under the fucking hedge. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Well, you can imagine if you were 11, bloody hellfire. Anyway, got a bit of a rash. And I'm stressed. I'm stressed out really, because there's only fucking 4 pages that are not stuck together in the fucking magazine. So I'm stressed. I've got a rash. I don't want all the kids in the class to know what's been going on, so I'm chewing a chewy pencil. It's fucking harmless, isn't it, chewing a pencil? There's something about the texture of a pencil. It's like a fibrous, and it's got like a woody taste initially. And when you get down to what I thought was they call it the lead of the pencil. It's not lead, it's fucking graphite. But I thought it was lead. So when you get down to the lead in the middle, the graphite, there's a lovely sort of like more of a crispness, more like an autumn sort of like I don't know, sort of like, you know, like when the sun's going down and it's all kind of quiet. It's a bit like that. Anyway, it distracted me from the rash. Okay, you've been a great audience. I've been John of John's Random Review, and I hope you've enjoyed it and had maybe a little giggle. Oh, let's say you've even raised the corners of your mouth have raised up a bit. Thanks for watching. Okay. Random is rad. Rock on.